You've just got to get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda in Greenville, online at gatewaydeal.com.
Welcome to Your High School Sports. I'm your host, Roddy Woods, along with Chris Blevins and Chris Reddick. And we're here coming to you today from Krispy Kreme Doughnuts right here in Pigeon Forge on the Parkway. You can see all the going on behind us. It's Pirate Day here.
Donuts.
Donuts. But hey, guys, you know, the question of the week, we always start out with a football question or a sports question. I got a good one for you guys. Good one. What is your favorite Krispy Kreme donut?
Man, there's so many to choose from, Roddy. I mean, are you an original guy? Are you a sprinkle guy? Are you a filled cream guy? Are you a chocolate guy? I mean, but I have to say, more than anything, I got 2 or 3, but original's my favorite. Hot and fresh, original. You can't beat it. I can't beat what that is. I mean, I like all the rest of it, but original's my favorite.
All right.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you this. I don't know if they're making it now, but there's a key lime donut that they have. Is delicious. I love that, but I don't know if it's all the time, but I'm just like Chris. You cannot beat the hot, fresh donut. Now, it's got to be hot.
It's got to be hot.
If it's hot and fresh, that's my number one.
Right.
It's not hot and fresh, key lime.
All right. Remember what they just said, hot and fresh, because at the end of the show, make sure you stay. We're going to have a donut eating contest between these two. I'm out because various reasons, but you know I cannot do it. But make sure you stay with us because they're going to have a donut eating contest, 30 seconds, see who wins, and I might give them some kind of little prize. You know how it is. All right. No, across the nation and around the region this week because we've got David Crompton. David wasn't with us last week, but David is ready. He's talking about Pisgah and Tuscola. Let's go see what David's talking about this week. David, tell us about what's going on over there in North Carolina.
All right, Roddy, we got a lot happening. We'll start here with the 2 teams that we talk about all the time, the Tuscola Mountaineers and the Pisgah Bears. They're both 4-0, had easy wins last week against opponents that weren't quite as good. And it's hard for me to say that Swain County Keith Schuler School is off to an 0-5 start. Tuscola just wore them out 49-6. And Pisgah beat Madison County 28-0. So they're both 4-0. They're both in the state rankings now in North Carolina. And we're 3 weeks, we're 3 games away from the Pisgah-Tuscola matchup. And if they both go in there at 7-0, we're going to have to play in Neyland. because this place is jacked up right now. So that's and playing a lot of good football all over Western North Carolina. But those 2 teams here in Haywood County have everybody talking. The team to beat right now is Mountain Heritage over in Yancey County, which is right across the border from Greenville, Tennessee. They're 5-0. They're playing really well. Mitchell County is 5-0. They're playing really well, and they're in the same conference. They're in the Western Highlands Conference as Mountain Heritage, so there's a big game looming there in the future. As far as the player of the week around here last week from Mountain Heritage, the running back, his name's Junior Ditton. He rushed 226 yards on about 32 carries in their big win last week to put them up to 5-0.
All right.
But Roddy, I'll go back real quick before I get off here. If Pisgah and Tuscola keep winning, when you guys get down here for the game, what we talked about in my office that day,
Yes, sir.
you better wrap it up more than that because you can feel it in the air. And conference play starts this week, so everything's going to be ratcheted up anyway. So it's exciting, and we're fired up about our high school football here in Western North Carolina in Haywood County.
All right, David. It's a pleasure always to have you on board with your high school sports, and we'll be looking forward to your report next week. So what do you say? Go Vols?
Go Vols, and just real quick before I get off here, Jonathan just left the facility just a minute ago, and he said, "Hey, Florida better watch out because we are going to be right." He just left the facility up there with Coach and Josh.
All right. I can't wait. Tuscola and Pisgah, 3 weeks away.
We're coming, baby.
All right.
Y'all have a good week.
All right. Well, thanks. It's a pleasure always, David. You have a good day.
Right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks, David. Great report, man. I can't wait to that Pisgah and Tuscola game.
Oh, he knows how to sell it.
You know, they're both undefeated. It could be one of the best games, like he said, over there.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Definitely in this whole region. I mean, the way he talks, it could be big.
It could be dangerous. Let's go see what's going on with Bart. Bart's up in the Tri-Cities. He's our correspondent for the Northeast. On the line now is joining us from the Tri-Cities is Bart Lyons. What's going on, Bart?
Oh, it's all good. We're out here right now at the freshman football game between Sevierville and Doughnut, and it's a showdown right now, I'll tell you that.
Tell me how things are looking up there between the big ones, Science Hill, Dobbins Bennett, Elizabeth, and Greenville.
I tell you what, Dobbins Bennett they rolled Friday night, and they had a good showing. Greenville put it on them again, like I said last week. You know, they're going to breeze through their schedule pretty good. Elizabeth had a big hard-fought victory there, and you know, they always do a great job. And the Hilltoppers, we rolled down to Maryville, came out a little bit short on the 35-14 ball game with the Rebels, but there's no such thing as sentimental losses, but I tell you what, we played well, thought we played real good against the Rebels.
Let me ask you this. Since you went down there and you saw Maryville in person, are they the real thing?
I've seen them have better teams. But you know, they've got two dominating running backs, Urban and Hall. Both of those guys rushed for 100 yards on us. They had two quarterbacks. One quarterback played the first half. Another quarterback played the second half. And again, their defense held us to 14 points. And anytime you got George Qualls on the sideline, that accounts for a whole lot as well. So I've got them ranked number 2. I've got them ranked number 2 now in my standings.
All right. Let me ask you this, Bart. We're at halfway point of the season. Give me your top 3 for the halfway point.
I would say definitely Catholic. Maryville, and you know, that third spot, that's the real question mark. I'll probably have to go down Cole for that third spot.
All right. What about Greenville and Bradley Central?
Yeah, they're up there. They're not quite 3, but Bradley Central's right up there, pretty close. And again, Greenville's pretty good as well. Don't count Fulton out too. They had a little slip up against Austin East, and but they'll be back. They'll Coach Black and his staff do a fine job down there in Fulton, and they'll get turned around, no doubt.
My last question to you. Now, you've seen Maryville play, and you've seen Bradley Central play. They don't play again until October 21st against each other. Who do you think will come out on top?
I think Maryville will. I think that Cole Copeland is probably the best quarterback in the state. I think Maryville is probably the best 6A football team. So that's my thoughts on it.
All right, Bart. We appreciate you being a part of this week's Your High School Sports. And what do you say? Go Toppers?
Go Toppers.
All right. We'll see you next week. That's Mr. Bart Lyons, our correspondent in the Tri-Cities area. Thank you, Bart. Bart's always interesting the way he talks about things. He talked about Science Hill going down to Maryville last week,
right.
You know, and I asked him, well, is Maryville the real deal? Are you on board now?
Oh, man, I've never not been on board, but I was skeptical. But after seeing them this week and actually seeing Bart, seeing them in person, Maryville is definitely the real deal, and we should never question them, but at the same time, they are unbeatable, but they are very good. They're a sound football team, and they're coached well, and you can never disregard being coached well.
The one thing Bart said, and we talked to Coach last week when we were down there talking to Coach Quarles, they don't beat themselves.
No mistakes.
3 penalties in the game.
There you go.
And you know, that could be a lot for them. Normally it's 3 or less. I mean, that's the type of team. They're a well-disciplined team. It's hard to beat a well-disciplined team, especially a team that doesn't turn the ball over either.
Oh, yeah.
So Maryville for number 17.
I tell you what. One interesting thing I want to point out real quick. Bart, he chose a different number 1.
I know he did.
And he used to have Maryville King of the Hill, but he switched that up, if you noticed that.
I know, his top 3, I know.
Yeah, and I just wanted to point that out because I'm going to talk to him about that because he was all Maryville from the beginning, and somehow he's knocked him down a notch.
That's what I'm saying. Anything's possible, but Maryville's still the real deal.
All right, so make sure you stay right here on Your High School Sports. Coming to you today from Krispy Kreme Doughnuts right here in Pigeon Forge on the Parkway. Come on up and get your hot, fresh donuts.
Pirate Day.
Rawr!
Just look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want 1 or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme Doughnuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Doughnuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
Get the right services you need from a name you can trust at Crescent Center Drugs. Whether it's hormone replacement therapy or if you need to update your immunizations for flu, pneumonia, or shingles, Crescent Center Drugs has a professional and friendly staff always ready to take care of you. That's why for many years, Crescent Center Drugs has been your good neighbor pharmacy. Right now, getting your medicine is fast and easy when you sign up for the IVR system. It's simple. Once your prescription is filled, your box is scanned, and you instantly receive a phone call or text for pickup. Visit Crescent Center Drugs inside the Crescent Shopping Center.
Volunteer Chevrolet is your friendly hometown dealership, proudly serving the region for over 20 years. At Volunteer Chevrolet, you'll get great offers on select new vehicles, from Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs. So come see the new look at Volunteer Chevrolet and take advantage of their great deals. Volunteer Chevrolet is still easy to find on 400 Winfield Dunn Parkway, Sevierville. Volunteer Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of YourHighSchoolSports.com, Sevier County.
5 Oaks Tires, carrying top name brands Michelin Tires and BF Goodwrench Tires. Visit 5oakstire.com. Located on 1425 Parkway, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, or call 5 Oaks Tires at 865-453-3469.
From the Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda Deal Desk, I'm Lenny Lawson.
And I'm Abby Lawson with more great reasons you've just got to get to Gateway.
15 Ford Edge, 24.9 or just $299 a month. 16 Ford F-150, 22.9 or just $289 a month. Only at Gateway in Greenville.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Aaron Cole. You're rocking with Your High School Sports.
Welcome back to this edition of Your High School Sports. I'm Coach Roddy Woods. Yeah, I'm with Coach Scott Meadows here at Pigeon Forge. It's our first visit this year with Coach Meadows. And, Coach, you're 1-3, but off camera, though, you told me a lot of things and some of the reasons why you're 1-3. Let's talk about, just give me a kind of a recap of right now where you're at.
Well, you know, summer started out fantastic. We had a great summer and had a great spring, and then right before we started in full pads, the injuries started. Anthony Bamonte, who had been a 4-year starter for us, he blew his ACL out, and Cooper Holbert, he hurt his shoulder, and then one of our best offensive linemen, he's no longer with the team, and so it's been kind of one thing after another. You know, we're very, very young, and coming into the end of the year we were young anyway, but now we've got a lot of youth, and and it's been one of those years. But I mean, you're getting a lot of experience, and the kids play hard, so that's really all I can ask them to do.
And when you are young like that, like you said, they're getting a lot of experience. So how are you handling things? Are you gearing toward next year, or are you just kind of taking it one game at a time, like I know Scott Meadows does?
No, we'll still go one game at a time, because right now in the region we're 1-1, and the ultimate goal is always getting the playoffs. So that's what we're still shooting for, and we got 2 really tough games coming up back to back, and but we'll go out and do our best.
Yeah, especially this next game, Lenore City kind of upset things for you guys last year. You guys were on a undefeated streak there, and they come in here. You going down there, wouldn't it be nice to kind of return the favor?
Yeah, it would. It would. They're a big football team, and their quarterback's very, very impressive, and runs around a lot and extends plays out a lot. And with our guys, we've got to be very disciplined, and and then try to take that next step of kind of trying to contain the kid, and he does a good job.
Being as young as you are, what are some of the strengths from those youth players?
Well, I mean, you got to start everything out with Kobe Manus. Of course, he was the blocking guy running back for us last year with Noah in the backfield, and this year, he's averaging about 130 yards a game, and has grown up a lot. I mean, last year he played at about 150, and he's about 185, 190 now, and he's doing a great job, and some of our offensive linemen are doing good. We just got to be more consistent with our blocking rules and so forth. And then Dawson Day at quarterback, first year he's played it or started. The other night he had 9 rushes for 117 yards, and he reads the option real well. And so there's bright points, but then you see that youth kind of creep back in every now and then.
And I know that kind of gets you stirred up, don't it, with that youth, because you've had these kids and they've been through your system. So it's time for them to, okay.
It's their time, and I'm just waiting for them to say, okay, I'll take it. But and you see flashes, but you just got to be more. We just got to be more consistent.
You getting in. You say the next 2 games. I know that's next week's game is against Elizabeth, and they come here. What do you know about Sean's team?
Oh, well, I mean, they're going to be a great football team. I mean, they were young last year, which is scary. And, they're going to be huge, and they're going to be very physical. And to say the least, we got our work cut out for us on that one.
Having a game here like that, a lot of people have not seen Elizabeth, and they're coming down here for the first time. The fans need to get out and see this game, don't they?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And plus it's I hate this point, but it's a TV game, and it's not a Thursday night game, but it's on WBR2, and so it'll be should be a good atmosphere. I know Elizabethton, has got a rich tradition, and Coach Witten does a great job with them.
Coach, as this season progresses, and right now we're at the middle halfway point, everything from past Elizabethton is all conference games. If you guys could muster up some wins, you guys could get in the playoffs, couldn't you?
Yeah, we could, and that's what we're shooting for, and Elizabethton's a tall task for us, but after that we've got we can be competitive in those other games and hopefully pull out some wins.
Now joining us here on Your High School Sports is Coach Steve Matthews. He's the head coach of the Catholic Fighting Irish on a winning streak right now. Coach, let's talk about how things are progressing at Catholic right now.
Yeah, we're doing a nice job. Really have had a tough schedule. Our first 5 opponents were 52-14 last year combined, and now we got a team coming in Belfry, Kentucky, who was 14-1 last year. So we're playing well. We're extremely healthy right now, knock on wood. Mm-hmm. But obviously, I have to get ready for an outstanding Belfry, Kentucky team coming to town.
Big game last week. I think it was more hype, for that Fulton Catholic game. But you guys pulled out a huge win against Fulton last week.
We did. Our guys played well, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Got a little sloppy on defense in the second half, but and Fulton was banged up. We knew that coming in. A lot of their guys were out, and some of the guys they did have playing weren't at full strength. So I know Coach Black does an outstanding job there, and he'll get those guys turned around.
Yeah, he will. Tell me about this Belfort, Kentucky team. You know, they, like you said, they've won back-to-back state championships in Kentucky, so should be a tall order come Friday night, shouldn't it?
Yeah, they're an outstanding team. They're on the offensive line. They have 2 commitments to Louisville, 1 to Kentucky, and and another one that has about 15 or 20 offers. They'll be by far the best offensive line we played all year, and our guys are really going to have to come ready to play because they are just an outstanding team, and there's a reason they're back-to-back state champions in Kentucky.
You know, they got you guys up at their place last year, 38-14. What are you going to do different this year?
Well, we're going to do a few things schematically different, but more importantly, we're just playing better ball right now. We went up there last year. It's about a 4-hour drive, and of course we get there, the skies just open up, pouring down rain. And looking at the game last year, we turned it over twice inside the 10. So we definitely had chances and opportunities, but they are an old-fashioned wishbone team,
Okay.
and they run it extremely well. Something that we don't see a ton of, if at all. And so the defense coaching staff, they'll have a good plan, and just hope our guys can execute.
All right, Coach, we appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your day to talk to us here on Your High School Sports. We've been conversating with Coach Steve Matthews. He's the head coach of the Catholic Fighting Irish, defending state champions. They take on Belfort, Kentucky this week, so make sure you get out and support the Irish this Friday night. Now on the line with us is Coach Jay Gaddis, the head coach of the Oak Ridge Wildcats. Coach, welcome to Your High School Sports.
Well, thanks. Glad to be here.
Well, Coach, you started off with a real good season so far, and talk a little bit about what's going on at Oak Ridge.
Oh, just trying to win football games. We're 5-0 right now, but we still have a lot of improving to do. We're not nearly as good as I hope to be, and not as good as I think we can be. But we're fortunately 5-0 right now.
You guys take on Sevier County, which is a team last year. You beat Sevier County in the regular season, but Sevier County is not having such a good season this year, but you never can take a Sevier County team light, can you?
Oh, no, not at all. I'm sure they'll come down here and play real well, and we expect a tough game. I don't care what their record is. They'll play us tough, and we'll have to be on our game to have an opportunity to win, I'm sure.
When you have players like T. Higgins on your team, how much does that bring to each game?
Well, I mean, people have to account for him. People have to figure out a way to defend him. And on the flip side, at corner, when we play him on defense, which is quite a bit, he's a guy that, I don't know if you want to call him a lockdown corner or whatever, but most people don't challenge him over on his side of the field. So he's just a guy you have to be aware of where he is, where he's lined up, and we're going to get the ball to him on offense. So he's somebody you have to deal with.
On a team like that with a player like T. Higgins, but got to be other teammates on that field. Talk a little bit about some other players on your team, on your Wildcat team.
Well, our leading rusher is Jordan Graham. He's a sophomore, small running back, but very fast. In fact, I think he scored his first long touchdown run was actually at Sevier County last year, and he's just continued on as a threat for us every time he touches the football. He's certainly a great offensive weapon. Johnny Stewart is our quarterback, who had no experience coming into the season, but he's having a good year, both throwing the football and running the ball when we call on him to run it. And those are two other guys other than T. Caleb Martin, good wide receiver on the other side, is having a good season as well. Chase Kimbrough, Trey Jackson, Caleb Jackson are other backfield guys, running backs in the backfield. So those are the guys that will have their hands on the football.
Coach, last question here. What do you got to do to beat the Sevier County Smoky Bears this week?
We tell our team every week we just have to keep improving. We have to to tackle better than we've been tackling. We have to be a more consistent blocking team on the offensive line. If we can do those two things, secure the football and win the kicking game, we'll have an opportunity to win, on Friday night.
All right, Coach Jay Gaddis, his Wildcats take on Sevier County this Friday night. We'll be right back here on Your High School Sports right after this.
The revolutionary safety of the Michelin Premier family of tires is now available for more cars, trucks, minivans, and SUVs. So whatever you drive, you can take on wet or slippery roads with confidence mile after mile. Double D Tire can help you take changing weather in stride and save. Double D Tire has been family owned and operated since 1981. Owners Tommy and Flint Carter specialize in tires, alignments, brakes, suspension repairing, and custom wheels. Double D Tire would like to thank all their customers and look forward to serving you in the future.
A milestone, 49 years in the automotive business. Phil Bachman and Myron Bernard have provided the automotive needs for people from Northeast Tennessee, Southwest Virginia, Western North Carolina with the vehicles that they desire. Choose from Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac right here at Bachman Bernard in Greenville. We're in the prettiest area. We give the lowest prices, the highest rebates, and the best interest rates. Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac right here in Greenville, where as always, we're gonna save you money.
From the day your child is born through the completion of high school or college, Hamlin Pediatric and Hometown Pediatric will be there to provide all your child's healthcare needs at one of our 3 convenient locations, Morristown, Jefferson City, or Hometown Pediatric in Sevierville. Our physicians, nurse practitioners, physician assistants, and staff look forward to meeting you. Visit our website, www.hpapeds.com, for more information.
It's now halftime here at Your High School Sports. We're in between the shows. You got another 30 minutes to go, but right now, for our halftime show, we're going to talk about Pirate Day. That's right, we're shooting here on Pirate Day at Krispy Kreme, and as you can see beside me, I have 2 exciting pirates to be here at Krispy Kreme, because what happens on Pirate Day?
You get a bounty of 12 free donuts if you dress like a pirate.
I guess so. These are 12 free donuts.
12 free donuts.
And about you, sir, same thing?
1, 2, 3, 4, 12.
Just for dressing up like a pirate. All right, give me your best pirate voice.
Arg, I'm here to collect me bounty.
Okay, one more time. What's yours?
Arg, me scurvy.
Hey, Pirate Day is a big thing, man. Krispy Kreme Donuts giving away dozens of donuts for dressing up like a pirate. I need to go get my costume. Stay tuned for more of Your High School Sports.
Claybo's Campground and Cabins and Claybo's Market and Grill have been family owned and operated since 1978. Claybo's Campground is spacious, with 320 sites including vacation homes and cabins. Great location for family reunions and large groups with entertainment on the weekends. Claybo's Market offers Exxon gas, a full grocery line, and camping supplies. Their delicious deli provides fantastic food and daily specials. Visit Claybo's Market and make reservations at Claybo's Campgrounds and Cabins, located on 405 Wears Valley Road, Pigeon Forge.
From the Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda Deal Desk, I'm Lenny Lawson.
And I'm Abby Lawson with more great reasons you've just got to get to Gateway.
16 Ford Focus SC, $5,000 off for $169 a month. Ford Fusion SC, $19,900 or just $239 a month. Only at Gateway in Greenville.
Welcome back to Your High School Sports. I'm your host, Roddy Woods. We've made our way up to see our old faithful coach, Mr. Benny Hammonds, up at GP. Coach, we hadn't seen you all year, but tell us where you are at to this point of the season. I know you lost a heartbreaker to Hampton and to Greenback, but talk about the season so far.
Well, of course, as you said, we're 2-2. We've had 2 good victories, and we've had 2 not so good. Well, Greenback and Hampton, both a very physical team. They've got very good teams, both of them ranked in the top 10 of the state. But we just got manhandled at both games. They're just more physical than we are, and we've taken a lot of pride and put a lot more emphasis in our weight room this year. We're lifting weights 4 days a week and playing on Friday, and we're still just not getting it done as far as just toughness. One thing that any football program prides herself in, but we just got to be tougher. We've got to have some boys with a nasty attitude when it comes to football and plays the game like it's supposed to be played, and we're just not getting that right now. I think it's in us if we get a leader or two to step forward and play with the mentality that you got to knock people down more than they knock you down, then that leaves you an opportunity to win the football game. But you know, at 2-2, we're certainly not satisfied. Our goal is just like any other team. We go into every ball game feeling like we can win it. And even though we're talking about Greenback and Hampton being in the top 10 of the state, we used to be there and stay there just year after year. And we haven't done that the last couple of years since we've been in the Knoxville district for 6 years with a real tough football league. It's hard for us to stay up there with schools double our size. But now we're back playing schools our size. We should be making a better showing. But you know, as coaches say and as fans say, winning breeds winning, and we kind of we're trying to slip through the back door right now, so to speak. It's just a mental thing, and we're not playing as good as we know how to play. After the first couple of series of downs up there the other night, our execution was terrible, our defense was terrible, and it looked like we hadn't even been on the practice field. But we had the week before last off, and we had 2 weeks to prepare for them, and we felt real good about it. We'd had excellent preparation in 2 weeks, tough practices, and got a lot out of our kids and felt good going into it. And we get up there, and it just looked like we hadn't even ever been on the football field. Frustrating, but that's my job as a coach, to straighten that up and try to get the wrinkles out, and for our coaching staff to work at it. And our boys, I know they want to win. Everybody likes to win, but we're going to make a few changes this week and see if we can't get things rolling the right way and create some momentum and keep momentum on our side and win more football games.
All right, listen, let's talk about Oneida. What do you know about Oneida? Them Hampton and Greenback's gone. You're concentrating Oneida this week. Well, of course, Oneida's always got a good football program up there. They've got a good coaching staff, an excellent head coach, and they're usually ranked in the top 10 every year in the state. But as far as what they do, they've got a very experienced backfield back, a quarterback, and a running back. It's projected to be all-state. They've got a punter that made all-state last year, and they've got some very good players. And even though they lost most of their defensive line, they're very adequate there. They're throwing about 17, 18 passes a game, and this run with a lot of power, a lot of authority, and not anything fancy, not hard to read. It's just a matter of lining up and going to the ball and knocking them down. But they've got a good ball club, and last year we went into double overtime with them, and they came out on top. And first year they'd ever beaten us last year, and same way with Hampton. Now they've done it 2 years in a row, and Oneida, I'm sure, would like to do the same thing. Very disappointing on our part, but we just got to play with an attitude. We got to be a little meaner and a little tougher. That's the reason I'm 71 years old and standing right here today, because I like the game, because it makes men out of boys. It's a tough game to play, and if we can get that type of attitude to where we're tougher and meaner than the other team, then we'll win football games. All right, Coach. That's Coach Benny Hammonds. His GP Highlanders 2-2 in the season, going into Oneida this week. I'd say you're getting on the winning track, Coach. Hope so. All right. Make sure you stay right here when we come back.
This is the clay, expertly crafted, that became the dishes on our tables. This is the grain, traditionally stone ground, that became the fresh-baked bread we serve every day. And this is the home, famously designed, that became the most unique setting for casual dining in Pigeon Forge. From our custom dishware to our delicious food, you can see the ingredients that make the Pottery House Cafe special. The Pottery House Cafe and Grill. Come experience our quality and our heritage.
Claybo's Campground and Cabins and Claybo's Market and Grill have been family owned and operated since 1978. Claybo's Campground is spacious, with 320 sites including vacation homes and cabins. Great location for family reunions and large groups with entertainment on the weekends. Claybo's Market offers Exxon gas, a full grocery line, and camping supplies. Their delicious deli provides fantastic food and daily specials. Visit Claybo's Market and make reservations at Claybo's Campgrounds and Cabins, located on 405 Wears Valley Road, Pigeon Forge.
For over 49 years, Phil Bachman and Myron Bernard have provided the industry's nicest vehicles. Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac. They've provided the automotive needs for Southwest Virginia, East Tennessee, Western North Carolina. 49 years in the car business, taking care of customers the way that it should be done. Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, right here in Greenville, where as always, we're going to save you money.
The revolutionary safety of the Michelin Premier family of tires is now available for more cars, trucks, minivans, and SUVs. So whatever you drive, you can take on wet or slippery roads with confidence mile after mile. Double D Tire can help you take changing weather in stride and save. Double D Tire has been family owned and operated since 1981. Owners Tommy and Flint Carter specialize in tires, alignments, brakes, suspension repairing, and custom wheels. Double D Tire would like to thank all their customers and look forward to serving you in the future.
From the Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda Deal Desk, I'm Lenny Lawson.
And I'm Abby Lawson with more great reasons you've just got to get to Gateway.
16 Mazda 6, just $21,600 or $239 a month. 16 Mazda 3, just $17,900 or $199 a month. Only at Gateway in Greenville.
This is Mo Kelly, Vice President of Player Engagement with the Seattle Seahawks, and you're watching Yo High School Sports.
Welcome back to your high school sports. I'm Chris Blevins, and yeah, we're still here at Krispy Kreme. It's Pirate Day, guys. We're definitely up here in Sevier County, and right now I have some of the Sevier County players with us, and I want to make sure we get to know them real quick. So, guys, tell me your name, what position you play, and kind of introduce yourself.
I'm Braden Hurst. I play cornerback and wide receiver.
I'm Nick Caudill. I play linebacker and a little bit of running back.
That's awesome, guys. And I know you're coming off of last week playing Morristown East. We were talking a little bit there. I know that was a kind of a big loss to you guys. And kind of tell me a little bit about that game and kind of what happened going into that and kind of coming out.
You want to go to me?
I kind of think we overestimated them. Didn't take it serious enough. Just thought we were going to roll over them. And they came out and they hit us in the mouth.
Right.
We didn't have an answer for it.
Right. Well, that happens too a little bit. I know you talked about roughing the kicker a little bit. How does that happen, and how are you gonna respond this week?
I don't know. Just something they gotta get past, basically. Can't think about it too much. We gotta respond, play hard this week, especially against a good Oak Ridge team.
Right.
I mean, just gotta prepare hard in practice.
Oh yeah. Well, I know going into Oak Ridge this week, that's a big test for you guys. I mean, we were talking about that too as well. I mean, T. Higgins and company are no joke, and you guys aren't either. So no discredit to that, but. Talk about what you're working on. I mean, coming out of a loss where you kind of got down for a down game. Now you got to get back up for a big game, right? So What is that taking this week in practice, and what are you guys working on?
I think we're just going to be a lot more intense, a lot more focused this week. Not just, overlook things and think it's just a joke.
Right.
Got to be zoned in this week.
Right.
Making sure we can.
Hey, man, linebacker, man, you got to get ready, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so, I mean, talk about T. Higgins a little bit. I mean, you talked about him. You're going to be the one right there guarding him. I know you're going to have some help from your teammates, but what's that matchup look like? And kind of talk a little bit about T. Higgins. I know you guys know him a little bit. So
he's just a big dude. He's quick, he's a good route runner. He's got to be physical.
Be physical, yeah, of course. I mean, when you talk about him, T. Higgins, I mean, is that somebody, you guys are going to tug a little harder on? Or is that something you practice all week about, putting him in the lineup and kind of focusing on that? Or what's that look like?
We definitely know where he's at on the field.
Right.
I think we're going to game plan to him, and not just him, also Jordan, their running back. He's good. He's really fast. So we got to make sure our game plan is good enough to cover both of them.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Well, I know you guys are excited about this. I mean, in the rest of your season, what are you looking forward to most the rest of the season, and how do you think you guys are going to end up here?
Me, personally, I look forward to, honestly, playing Friday, putting up a good fight against them, making a good game, maybe doing what we can.
Right.
And then possibly coming out with the district championship, going into the playoffs, and riding that as long as we can, honestly.
All right. What about you?
District champs. Just play hard Friday, and we can come up with a win. You never know. I mean,
right. Well, tell me one last question, you guys. And over here at Krispy Kreme, if Coach was here, what's Coach's favorite donut?
Man, which one?
We'll talk about head coach. What's his favorite donut?
Lingenfelter.
Yeah,
I feel like he's a big donut guy.
Big donut guy. Which one?
Yeah.
Original.
it's probably just plain.
Yeah, he's a plain guy. He's definitely a plain guy. But
Can't beat the original,
he'll eat a
right?
couple of them, not just one.
Awesome. There you go. All right, guys. Well, you heard it from these guys here from Sevier County. We wish them luck on the rest of their season. They go to Oak Ridge this week to play T. Higgins' team. So good luck, guys, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, we're now here with head coach Tony Lingerfelter. He's head coach of Sevier County. Coach, thank you for being on the show today.
I'm glad to be here.
Good. Well, we want to just briefly talk with you today. We understand that you had a pretty disappointing loss with Morristown East, but I want to first just ask you, coming from a loss like that, how are you able to bounce back this week and get your guys prepared for a big match like Oak Ridge?
Well, it's going to be tough. Oak Ridge is really playing well right now. I mean, they've got a lot of weapons on offense. They're solid on defense. We just got to try to continue to get better. We're playing better at times. We're just having a lot of mental breakdowns at crucial times in the game, and that's what's hurting us. We made a lot of mistakes Friday night. Morristown East, took advantage of their opportunities, and we weren't able to take advantage of opportunities we had.
Well, I understand that, correcting the mistakes, going against a big giant like Oak Ridge. What do you do to stop a team like that, especially with the big weapon like T. Higgins? And I understand that now Jordan Graham is another weapon that they have. What do you do to contain them?
Well, that's really tough. T. Higgins is as good as anybody I've ever seen, since I've been coaching football as far as receiver goes. Just an outstanding athlete, and the running back they've got, Graham, he's got all kinds of speed. If he gets a crease, he's gone. It makes it really tough. You always want to try to have two guys on a receiver like that, but you can't afford to take people out of the box because of Graham. It's a tough assignment.
Oh, yeah. Well, I tell you what, this can be a big turnaround win for you if you're able to come out to win against Oak Ridge. But, Coach, just before we go, we're at Krispy Kreme, and we got one very important question we got to finally ask you, and that is, what is your favorite Krispy Kreme donut?
Oh, I like just the glazed donuts. They're just outstanding. I could eat a dozen of those just on one sitting.
Well, I'll tell you what, you answered correctly because we just briefly talked to your players and asked them that question, which donut you would prefer, and they said you were a plain donut type of guy, like them hot and fresh. So they know their coach. Well, Coach, I just want to say good luck to you this week, and thank you for being on Your High School Sports.
Well, I appreciate it. We'll need all the luck we can get going over there. They're an outstanding team.
All right. Well, you have a great day.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Get the right services you need from a name you can trust at Crescent Center Drugs. Whether it's hormone replacement therapy or if you need to update your immunizations for flu, pneumonia, or shingles, Crescent Center Drugs has a professional and friendly staff always ready to take care of you. That's why for many years, Crescent Center Drugs has been your good neighbor pharmacy. Right now, getting your medicine is fast and easy when you sign up for the IVR system. It's simple. Once your prescription is filled, your box is scanned, and you instantly receive a phone call or text for pickup. Visit Crescent Center Drugs inside the Crescent Shopping Center.
Volunteer Chevrolet is your friendly hometown dealership, proudly serving the region for over 20 years. At Volunteer Chevrolet, you'll get great offers on select new vehicles, from Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs. So come see the new look at Volunteer Chevrolet and take advantage of their great deals. Volunteer Chevrolet is still easy to find on 400 Winfield Dunn Parkway, Sevierville. Volunteer Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of YourHighSchoolSports.com, Sevier County.
5 Oaks Tires, carrying top name brands Michelin Tires and BF Goodwrench Tires. Visit 5oakstire.com. located on 1425 Parkway, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, or call Five Oaks Tires at 865-453-3469.
From the day your child is born through the completion of high school or college, Hamlin Pediatric and Hometown Pediatric will be there to provide all your child's healthcare needs at one of our 3 convenient locations, Morristown, Jefferson City, or Hometown Pediatric in Sevierville. Our physicians, nurse practitioners, physician assistants, and staff look forward to meeting you. Visit our website, www.hpapeds.com, for more information.
This is the clay, expertly crafted, that became the dishes on our tables. This is the grain, traditionally stone ground, that became the fresh-baked bread we serve every day. And this is the home, famously designed, that became the most unique setting for casual dining in Pigeon Forge. From our custom dishware to our delicious food, you can see the ingredients that make the Pottery House Cafe special. The Pottery House Cafe and Grill. Come experience our quality and our heritage.
From the Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda Deal Desk, I'm Lenny Lawson.
And I'm Abby Lawson with more great reasons you've just got to get to Gateway.
15 Ford Edge, 24.9 or just $299 a month. 16 Ford F-150, 22.9 or just $289 a month. Only at Gateway in Greenville.
Welcome back to this edition of Your High School Sports, coming to you today from Krispy Kreme Doughnuts right here on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge. Also, we are powered by Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda. Don't want to leave them out. Home of the lifetime warranty. All right, guys, it's time for the Ball Corporation Game of the Week. Sevier County versus Oak Ridge, and T. Higgins in the game.
Well, this game looked like probably the game of the year at the beginning of the year. It looked like it was going to be the matchup because if you can remember last year, Sevier County lost to Oak Ridge, and we thought Oak Ridge was going to be that team in the championship, but Sevier County somehow didn't have to match up because Oak Ridge took a loss in the playoff. So we were excited about this big rematch. But unfortunately, Sevier County right now they're having a little struggle going on. I mean, they just had a little upset last week, but they can maybe use that energy to turn things around and prove that they are the type of team that they can be and get an upset. But I'll give you my pick. Quick picks.
Well, I don't think that Oak Ridge should look past Sevier County. Sevier County obviously still a very good football team. We talked to some of those players earlier in the show today. They have a lot of passion for football. They're coached well again, kind of like the Maryville team. They're not a sleeper team per se. Obviously got the big loss against Morristown East last week, but Oak Ridge should not look past Sevier County. Sevier County is one of those teams that's been in these moments before. They know how to play in these big lights when the lights come on. So I don't think, which I'm going to save it to the end, but I think Oak Ridge better not sleep on Sevier County.
Well, you heard Coach Joe Gattis said they're not taking Sevier County light at all.
Oh, no.
He said it didn't care if Sevier County hadn't won a game.
No.
It's Sevier County.
I think Oak Ridge would be glad it's at their place.
Got you. All right, guys. Our spotlight game of the week is coming from your neck of the woods, Hampton versus Cloudland. Father versus son.
Father versus son. There's going to be a big matchup. Father just left son from Hampton to leave that job for his son at Hampton, which he went back to his old school, Cloudland, which they won a title when Coach Mike Lunsford were there. So there's a lot at stake at this game. This is going to be one of the biggest matches in Carter County, but I'm going to tell you who's going to win when we do quick picks.
All right, here we go. It's time for our quick pick segment right here on Your High School Sports. All right, guys. Bearden at Maryville.
Maryville's too tough.
Elizabethan versus Tennessee High.
Tough matchup, but I think Elizabeth is going to squeak through this one.
I'm going with the Cyclones on this one. I think they're coming off. They're starting to roll here.
Sullivan East at Seymour.
Oh, that's a tough one. Seymour.
Sullivan East.
All right, this Thursday night's game on the VLT game is Central at Morristown West.
Man, what an exciting matchup, man. I mean, Morristown West has been here and there. I mean, we were looking at it before the game. I think Morristown West is also starting to put the pieces together. And with a big shot like that, I'm going Morristown West.
I'm going to counter it, Central.
Central, that's tonight's game on VLT, guys. Make sure you catch Central at Morristown West. Also, my brother-in-law is getting introduced to the Morristown West Hall of Fame. I had to throw that in there. All right.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Northview at Cofield.
Northview.
I'm just going to counter it for fun. Cofield.
Pigeon Forge at Lenore City. We talked to Coach Meadows today.
Oh, boy. You know, Coach says don't bet against it, but this is a tough Lenore City team. Just for fun and to help Coach Meadows out, Pigeon Forge.
Lenore City.
All right. Belfry, Kentucky is coming down to Catholic.
This game, a lot at stake. One of these two teams, the winner could be in the top 25. I'm going to say Catholic's going to be hungry and want to get a win this week.
I don't see Catholic losing at this point of the season. They're too good a football team. I'm going with Catholic.
All right. Now, our spotlight game of the week, Hampton and Cofield.
Not Cofield, Cloudland, baby.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My mistake. Hampton and Cloudland.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach Mike Lunsford always got some up his sleeve. Of course, he's the father of his baby son, so he knows all the tricks. But guess what? Daddy was coached, or son was coached by Daddy, so he knows all his tricks. But Hampton looks like a real tough team after what they did to GP.
Yes, you're right.
Sorry, Dad, I may have to go with son, Hampton.
I'm going Cloudland. And just because I think that reverse what Chris was going to say is going to happen. Yes.
Daddy's going to take it on. All right, and the Ball Corporation game of the week, Sevier County at Oak Ridge.
Oak Ridge.
Man, it's going to be Oak Ridge, unfortunately, for Sevier County. Sevier County just doesn't have the weapons to match up with T. Higgins, the running game. Even talking to the players, I already knew about their running back there. It's not just T. Higgins. Oak Ridge is the whole package, and I think underneath the lights, their home field, Oak Ridge is going to take over.
Speaking of Oak Ridge, one of your teammates.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Kwayu Graham, his son, Jordan Graham. Watch out. He's in for a good game.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so make sure you stay right here on your high school sports, powered by Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda, home of the lifetime warranty. When we come back, we're going to unveil our top 10, and these guys going to go at it with a donut eating contest. You watch and see. So make sure you stay right here on your high school sports. We're coming right back.
It's the day, it's finally arrived, it's your wedding day. It's the moment you've been waiting all your life, it's your wedding day.
Ah, your wedding day, that one special day in your life you'll never forget. So let Venture Productions capture all those special moments at your wedding for you to treasure a lifetime. Our approach to videography is one of creativity and excellence. Call Venture Productions for your video services.
It's the moment you've been waiting all your life, it's your wedding day. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Get the right services you need from a name you can trust at Crescent Center Drugs. Whether it's hormone replacement therapy or if you need to update your immunizations for flu, pneumonia, or shingles, Crescent Center Drugs has a professional and friendly staff, always ready to take care of you. That's why for many years, Crescent Center Drugs has been your good neighbor pharmacy. Right now, getting your medicine is fast and easy when you sign up for the IVR system. It's simple. Once your prescription is filled, your box is scanned, and you instantly receive a phone call or text for pickup. Visit Crescent Center Drugs inside the Crescent Shopping Center.
Volunteer Chevrolet is your friendly hometown dealership, proudly serving the region for over 20 years. At Volunteer Chevrolet, you'll get great offers on select new vehicles, from Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs. So come see the new look at Volunteer Chevrolet and take advantage of their great deals. Volunteer Chevrolet is still easy to find on 400 Winfield Dunn Parkway, Sevierville. Volunteer Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of YourHighSchoolSports.com, Sevier County.
welcome back to Your High School Sports, coming to you today from Krispy Kreme Doughnuts in Pigeon Forge right here on the Parkway. And you can see all the donuts. They're getting ready, their taste buds. You see Chris Blevins, and they got their bibs on, they're ready. But first, we got to do something before we do that. Top 10 teams of the week from yourhighschoolsports.com. Maryville's number 1, Catholic number 2, Oak Ridge is 3, Alcoa number 4, Bradley Central number 5, Greenville number 6, Elizabethton number 7. Farragut comes back into the poll at number 8. A new member to the poll, Austin East, comes in at number 9. And back in the poll for this week is Morristown West at number 10. All right, guys, y'all stomach ready?
Yeah, boy. So. I'm a little nervous. I don't know how
what's wrong? No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Can I back out of this?
Y'all been talking about it? No, you've been talking about it. All right, here we go. On my count. 3, 2, 1. Can you believe this? On live television. Donuts. Y'all a little messy. Y'all know what?
Oh, man.
Chris has got a double decker like a Twinkie or something. 18 seconds, guys. All right, I'm going to count it down at 5. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop eating donuts.
That Chris beat me.
How many did you eat?
2 or 3.
We'll see you next time right here on Your High School Sports.
Really good, though. I couldn't eat another one.
Completes to Johnson for the touchdown.
You've just got to get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda in Greenville, online at gatewaydeal.com.
From the Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda Deal Desk, I'm Lenny Lawson.
And I'm Abby Lawson with more great reasons you've just got to get to Gateway.
15 Ford Edge, 24.9 or just $299 a month. 16 Ford F-150, 22.9 or just $289 a month. Only at Gateway in Greenville. From the Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda Deal Desk, I'm Lenny Lawson.
And I'm Abby Lawson with more great reasons you've just got to get to Gateway.
16 Ford Focus SC, $5,000 off for $169 a month. Ford Fusion SC, $19.9 or just $239 a month. Only at Gateway in Greenville.